For centuries, Europe lived under the shadow of an invisible fear, a fear that turned neighbors into enemies and ordinary women into demonized creatures. This is the real story of the witch hunts, a story of paranoia, power, and blood, and of how faith changed the fate of thousands. 14th century, Europe faces its greatest tragedy, the Black Death. In just a few years, 1/3 of the population disappears. Entire families vanish. Villages become empty. Fear becomes part of everyday life. And when the world seems to collapse, people look for someone to blame. Witches, demons, curses. Any explanation is better than accepting chaos. Before this, witchcraft was folklore. Healers, midwives, herbalists, women who knew ancient traditions. But with crisis came change. Magic stopped being superstition and became seen as the work of the devil. The Catholic Church played a role, but not the one popular myth suggests. The Inquisition rarely executed witches, seeking repentance instead. But the idea that the devil walked among men, that idea spread. And when faith meets fear, paranoia is born. In 1486, Inquisitor Heinrich Kramer wrote the Malleus Maleficarum, a detailed manual on how to identify, interrogate, and condemn witches. The Church never officially adopted it, but civil courts embraced it with fervor, and the book became the spark that ignited Europe. Between the 16th and 17th centuries, Central Europe became the epicenter of terror. Germany, Switzerland, France, Austria, thousands of trials, thousands of deaths, local judges, regional rulers, civil authorities. In many places, one accusation was enough. A failed harvest, a sick cow, a child who died. Würzburg, Germany, one of the largest witch hunts in history. More than 900 people executed, among them children. A 9-year-old girl was accused of flying with the devil, her only crime being the daughter of a condemned man. Paranoia spared no one. In 1692, paranoia crossed the ocean. Salem, in colonial Massachusetts, lived its own nightmare. In just a few months, more than 200 people were accused. 20 were executed. It all began with 2 girls claiming to be possessed. The rest was collective hysteria. Torture created confessions. Confessions created new names. And new names created new arrests. It was a cycle impossible to stop. By the late 17th century, science began to challenge superstition. Reason gained strength. Scientists asked how we can condemn someone for the impossible. Slowly, laws changed. Torture was banned. And the witch hunts faded away. Not out of mercy, but because the world had changed. The witch hunts were not just about magic. They were about fear, about power, about what happens when society looks for monsters and finds only humans. And perhaps the most important lesson is this: when fear rules, reason dies, and anyone can become the next victim. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave your like and share it. Subscribe to the channel and we'll let you know as soon as the next video is available. See you soon.